Well, the summer is here and we are officially following the sun. It's our campaign that takes us to a truly spectacular location this morning. Sakina broadcasting live from the magnificent Tshukudu Bush Lodge. It's an intimate, secluded haven within a private concession in the Pilanesberg National Park. Although only 2 hours away from Joburg, the lodge feels worlds away, I imagine, set amid vast, breathtaking landscapes and abundant with wildlife. So let's go to Sakina now so she can talk us through some of the wonderful things that she's been doing and seeing. Morning again, Sakina.
Morning, Leanne, and I wish you were here to share in this because it's everything you said and so much more. And, you know, imagine these planes to wake up to and then going on a game drive. And, you know, the thing about game drives is they can be tricky. You never know what you're going to see, whether you'll see anything or nothing on the day. Well, I guess not nothing. There's way too much to see here in Tshukudu. But, of course, I'm joined now by the man who took us out yesterday, and at some points I felt like I came within an inch of my life, but I'm here to tell the tale, so I guess it's a happy ending. And he's laughing, but this is Koketso Morake, and he is a field guide here at Tshukudu Bush Lodge. Koketso, thank you so much for your hospitality first and foremost, but taking us out on that game drive yesterday. But let me first ask you, what drew you to doing the job that you do? You know, when we got here yesterday, you said, this is my office that I get to wake up to every day. So what was the attraction?
Well, good morning to you too. I would say it needs to start with you loving what you do. So I've always loved being in the bush and all that. Hence I opted, you know what, let me be exposed and teach people about the office itself, what it has to offer and all that. I'm still loving it though. Although you are a little bit very hard to complete and to please at the same time, but I'll always give it my best shot in making sure that you get the best experience to the office itself. I'm currently here in Pilanesberg, of course. I'm working with other teams like where I am now and other lodges also, nearby lodges, and also just being within this beautiful 55,000 hectares of land, a crater, and also being an old farmland. So it has a lot of things to offer depending on what you see and what you expect from it. But of course, you will always have me as a link to expose you to what I have as the office itself. Well, I'm very much pleased also to have you on board. And I'm pretty sure that this afternoon we'll also have a big and a wonderful time also again.
And I must say, I'm looking forward to it. But you touch on how difficult it is to also keep the people, the clients who come through happy. Because when people go out on a game drive, they have expectations. They expect to see certain things. But then there's also the element of excitement. And lo and behold, some people want to open doors while we are on the drive. So it can't be easy to control all of that.
You know, the good thing is I'm in charge. So whatever I say goes. But like you say, it's very hard to please people. But the type of job that I do entails everything. I mean, being a teacher, also having a stick just to give a little bit of a hiding sometimes. But I'm always making sure that I am professional towards what I'm doing. And also to make sure that, never mind your expectations, I'll give it my best all. And just to make sure that you have a good and a wonderful time, so you can come back again.
So here at Tshukudu, if you go on a game drive, what animals are you likely to encounter for those watching and thinking, you know, this looks fabulous, it really is, and what can people expect?
Well, the big five, like always, you always have that in your mind to say, I wish to see this, but it doesn't really happen in that way. But the common game like impala, wildebeest and giraffes and others are always there for us to see, as they're not really looking into hiding away. It's all about feeding most of the time. But the big five is more like a gamble, whereby we can't really promise anything just yet. But I will always stay in connection with other lodges just to make sure that if they have updates from the other side, we can pretty much respond to that.
And we did quite good yesterday.
Yeah, I must say we did. We did good. Very nice. I mean, the lucky charm worked. I don't know what you guys have with you, but it was very nice.
So this is, you know where you need to go if you want to spot the big five. Follow us here on Morning Live as we follow the sun. But Koketso, you know, also just looking at the experience here, as we say, we got lucky yesterday. We saw lions, we saw rhinos, we saw giraffes, we saw wildebeest, we even saw brown hyena.
Exactly that, which was a blessing in disguise. I mean, these animals wander around in search of food, and as being a predator, you always are out there as well, hoping that you might order something on your plate for that evening or maybe early mornings. But yeah, the park has a lot of things to offer. It all depends with how you view and conclude your game drive.
And I must tell you guys, we'll post it. You'll get to see it. So one of the things that everybody fears and will literally get your heart to stop is seeing an elephant come at you. And there is Koketso, Leanne, and he says, I just want to see his face. And all the while, this animal is coming towards us in all its magnificent splendor. And he keeps saying, I want to see its face to see what's going on. Koketso, we were dying inside. I mean, we could talk about it now, but it was quite scary. How do you keep people calm in situations like that?
Well, the number one rule, like you say, I need to keep you calm as possible, because the better calmer you are, the better for me to handle the situation. So regarding the face, they don't speak the same language as we do. So the physical displays are there to communicate with me. So checking for his face, I wanted to see if he's ready to mate, because they tend to be a little bit more aggro sometimes. At the same time, to keep you laughing so that you don't notice what is happening. So, but I must say you did very well yesterday afternoon.
I'll tell you, Leanne, it wasn't funny yesterday. Someone who shall remain nameless, who was in the vehicle with us, was under the seat, because that's how scary it was. This elephant was coming, Leanne, and I'm going to send you the video just so you can see it. And it passed right by us. And Koketso all the time is not moving this vehicle. But it was a fabulous time. And Koketso, what do you say to people watching right now who are thinking, okay, where do we go? This is, of course, just up the road from Joburg, Pretoria. Why should they come here? What can they find here that perhaps they would struggle with elsewhere?
Well, let's start with the beautiful view, or the landscaping itself. As like I said, we are within a crater, 55,000 to be exact, and also the rich history behind the park itself, and over about 100 different bird species, and the Big Five, of course, with all the other common game. I mean, the Big Five is more like a dash of cherry on top. So this is definitely the place to be. If you want to be spoiled by me or other lodges, feel free to do that.
And of course, that's exactly why we're here, following the sun to Tshukudu Bush Lodge. And this is, of course, part of the legacy hotels and lodges. And I must tell you, Leanne, it was a fabulous time. And losing my voice because we were like literally just going everywhere, getting windswept and being cold and being warm again at the Boma fire. But it was a fabulous time. And of course, we continue to follow the sun here on Morning Live at Tshukudu Bush Lodge. And this is, of course, in the Pilanesberg, in the crater, as Koketso says. And we'll tell you more about the lodge itself when we come back for our next crossing. Following the sun here in Pilanesberg.
It sounds amazing. It sounds absolutely amazing. It is very, very scary when those elephants decide they don't want you near them and they start charging and those ears start flapping and they start coming towards you. It's frightening. It's absolutely frightening. Anyway, looking forward to hearing more from you as you enjoy your time in the Pilanesberg.